Hello, I am Brent Swander, Vice President of Government Affairs with Columbus REALTORS. Today we are joined by 2021 Government Affairs Forum Chair Carie Igel and Vice Chair Tony Macaluso. This is going to be the beginning of a series of videos where we try to make government affairs and advocacy more inclusive and inviting. So with that, to maintain proper social distancing and so that we can all take off our mask, I am going to step off camera and we'll have a conversation interview style with Carie and Tony, and I'll be asking those questions from off camera. So with that, Carie and Tony, the show is yours. So we're joined this morning by Carie Igel, who is our 2021 Government Affairs Forum Chair, and Tony Macaluso, our 2021 Government Affairs Vice Chair. So good morning and welcome. Carie, why don't you just start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Good morning, I'm Carie Igel. I am with Fathom Realty. I've been licensed in the Columbus area since 2006 and selling real estate. I am a mom to 2 girls and have a terrific husband and 1 dog and 1 on the way.
A dog on
A dog on the way.
Yeah.
A dog on the way.
I thought maybe we had breaking news.
No. Dog on the way.
Oh, that's awesome.
Tony?
Yeah, hi, I'm Tony Macaluso with Coldwell Banker Realty. I've been a realtor for 17 years. My wife and I were a team for a long time. Kristen Macaluso has been a realtor since '06. I broke off into management in 2014 and I've been loving it. I'm glad to be here.
Through our initial conversations, we know that we have some very specific goals for this year. One of those goals is to have more videos and to make government affairs more relatable. So why don't you just kind of, both of you, recap our goals for this year that you two have laid out with our leadership team.
Yeah, I'm excited to get involved in these videos and, like you said, make government affairs relatable. There's such a perception that the government happens in a back room that we're not really supposed to access. So our main goal this year is to bring that access to the people and give knowledge to you guys of how legislation works, how change can be affected, and to make it more accessible to everybody, because it truly is.
Yeah, absolutely. That's perfectly put, Tony. And really, our government officials are our elected officials. We chose them. So the point with government affairs is for us, one of our goals is to make it, like Tony said, so much more relatable, and so that we can understand the processes, understand what legislation is actually doing on a practical level from day to day, how it affects our business and our clients' business.
Yeah.
And so one of the things I think we also talked about, to your exact point, is making sure that we're telling our story. Whether that's we're telling our story through a video series, or whether we're telling that story to team meetings, to area associations, that we are out telling our story and advocating for our industry.
Absolutely, and Brent, I know how hard you do work to get those connections built with government, and if we can make sure everyone understands that as well, it's going to be a benefit for our entire community.
Absolutely.
So let's just break it down a little bit. How we're trying to get more people involved. We're trying to invite them in to government affairs. How did you both get involved in government affairs?
Yeah, great question. So I received a phone call, I think it was at the end of 2019, from Michael Jones, who is now our Columbus REALTORS president, and he asked me to become the vice chair for government affairs under Ben Hemmert, or 2020 Government Affairs Chair. So how can you turn Michael Jones down?
Yeah, and a little different path for me. I opened my mouth. I had a client that got a letter from a government organization requiring something that I didn't think was fair, so I didn't know what to do. So I reached out to Brent and said, hey, this doesn't seem right. How can we get involved in the local municipality to fix this? And I think, percolated from there, and one day I got a similar phone call that said, hey, you get to be on the committee, so I'm glad to be here.
So you got involved in government affairs because you were advocating for your client. So why don't either of you take it from there and talk about, we're not just advocating for our members, which we are, but we're also advocating for our consumers.
Yeah, absolutely. Our consumers and the community as a whole. I mean, we want Columbus and the surrounding areas to function in a way that is good for everybody, for the real estate community, for our clients, for homeowners, for every property right that's out there needs to be protected.
And part of being able to function correctly and protect is also to understand what's going on. And so that's really one of Tony and my biggest goals, is to make sure that we are taking the legislation that's being passed down and passing it on to you all from a practical perspective of how it applies to us as realtors and how it affects our clients.
So, in an effort to keep it short, because this is the first of many videos that hopefully we're going to be doing, let's highlight a couple events that we have coming up. So, Tony, let's start with you in the Joint Congressional Roundtable.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the Joint Congressional Roundtable. We get to have our Congress people come in and speak directly to us, which is unusual to say the least, that we have that kind of power. Mark your calendars on April 19th. It's going to be on a Zoom platform, so wherever you are, you guys can be a part of it. Get to know our Congress people, hear what they're working on. And also we get to have a say in what is going on in their mind. You can submit questions to them or give ideas to them. It really is bringing that backroom government perception and bringing it out to the front that you get to be a part of.
Great, absolutely.
Carie, you're going to moderate it. So.
Yeah, I'm moderating. Wish me luck. Yes, so and really we need to be super proud that we are one of the only realtor associations in the country that has this opportunity to sit down with our legislators in this intimate environment. So then coming up next, Legislative Week for Ohio Realtors is April 26th through the 29th. So mark your calendars for that, and you can sign up on the Ohio Realtors website for that.
And a big one's the NAR mid-year legislative week. That's on May 3rd through May 14th. So again, get involved, listen to what's going on, submit your ideas.
Yeah, and this year it is going to be virtual again because of the ongoing pandemic. And really, the NAR mid-year was probably my true introduction into legislative. I attended mid-year in DC a few years ago and really was pretty captivated by the whole process and the whole environment of government in DC. So I'm sad that we're all not going to be able to attend. However, I do hope that you sign in and get to look at a little bit of what's going on.
And then after that, on a date that's to be announced still, is going to be the Forum on Columbus housing legislation. That's a big deal right now as we look to develop some more affordable housing and figure out how we're going to, just get housing anywhere.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a big hot button now. So definitely stay tuned. Look for more from Tony and I, and we look forward to helping you, and we are going to be your resources. So if you have questions or concerns, we want you to reach out to us so that we can then take your questions, your concerns, and take them up the channel to the appropriate resource.
Yep, our contact information is very easy to find. You can search the MLS for us, just Google either one of us, we'll pop up. So please feel free to reach out anytime.
Yeah, thank you.
And as we continue these conversations, one of the things we have talked about is even going on site or on location to our suburban municipalities, that we're not just Columbus Realtors, that we advocate in other areas in local townships and local municipalities. So as we continue on these conversations, if there's any final thoughts you have to wrap it up.
Yeah, definitely. Just stay tuned for more. Like Brent said, you'll see us on site, Dublin, Powell, Arlington, Gahanna, Hilliard, all over the city. As legislation changes, you'll see us kind of interviewing other legislators on the local level and bringing it to real life to you. And
it's going to be fun. I mean, we're going to have fun with these legislators. We're going to get them engaged with us, and I think you're really going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree.